welcome into Saturday night. It is the Delco Duo. I'm Monica Crine, one half of the Delco Duo.
And I am Jenna Meisner, the other half. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving a couple days ago. You're probably...
I'm wearing the Thanksgiving uniform.
Yeah. Just the sweats.
The sweats, like the kind of tracksuit looking thing.
Because you're still full.
You're
still feeling the meal. So hopefully you're still digesting. You're probably still sleepy. So stay up for the next 30 minutes because we have a wonderful show coming your way.
Yeah, Delco Duo taking all of your problems and giving you some advice. But before we get to that, let's get to the debrief. And this is something that has totally developed, I'd say, within the last decade or so. The days following Thanksgiving have just gotten crazy. Yes, Black Friday's always been a thing.
Right.
But now it's like so many other things.
It extends beyond that. So we had Black Friday yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I think over the years, actually, Black Friday has kind of calmed down, per se. Like, a lot of people are not rushing to stores like they used to maybe 10, 15 years ago. I would say...
Do you remember, like, all over the news, it'd be people pummeling each other and climbing?
The videos are terrifying. It's not civilized whatsoever.
It's not, but I think one of the reasons it's calmed down is because you have now Cyber Monday, right?
And that's among the list. So,
yes.
I mean, we have our shopping extravaganza here. Monica, take us through it.
So we've got Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, which I like.
Today.
Yeah. I like that, got to support small business. Cyber Monday has gotten out of hand, almost as much as Black Friday. And then to just reflect and do good, Giving Tuesday, which I know a lot of places take advantage of.
Travel Tuesday is now apparently a thing where you can get some really good deals on plane tickets, any sort of travel on that Tuesday as well.
That's what at first I said, and don't forget, we got to do Giving Tuesday. And Kelsey, our travel expert and resident Miss Globetrotting goddess over there, was like, don't forget, it's also Travel Tuesday. I'm like, I think you named it Travel Tuesday.
No, it's for real.
Right.
It is for real. So out of all of those shopping extravaganza, out of the list, which are you partaking in? Now, I know Black Friday passed, so looking ahead.
Yeah. I always feel bad because I love the mom and pop shops. I'll take advantage of Small Business Saturday. I'll go into media and do shopping. But I'm huge into Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
I feel as though
you don't have to see anyone. Yeah. You're in the comfort of your own home. You got to make sure your Wi-Fi is strong, but I'm with you. I'm Cyber Mondaying.
And I try and diversify where I'm buying from because otherwise I'll go to one site and just go,
Well, your packages are going to take forever to get in anyway. So like whatever you're ordering for Cyber Monday, you can hope that it's in the next few weeks, but I have a feeling a lot of the stuff, it might not be there for a while.
I just can't imagine if we put Cyber Monday, but in person, took the cyber out of the Monday.
Like a line of computers.
Yeah. Like, do you know how crazy it would get? Because just from the numbers and the amount of traffic that they get on Cyber Monday.
It's also changed because the deals now are lasting so much longer.
Right.
Like I've been shopping Black Friday deals for months or weeks prior to Black Friday. So I think since these weeks are so long now that the actual day is not that exciting.
Right. Black Friday deals are not just on Black Friday. No, Cyber Monday deals are. Yes.
Yeah. So,
but
be careful out there if you are going to be shopping at any of those extravaganza. Even cyber, you can get hacked. Getting hacked is such a real thing now in 2022 that Cyber Monday can be a little sketchy sometimes.
And don't forget, I always like to make the list ahead of time. Even though you're on the computer and you're like, let me just have the list of what you want to get everybody, and don't go beyond it because
this conversation is stressing me out. Haven't even thought of one thing that I will be purchasing in any of this holiday shopping. So
I know, but you want to go into it with a good idea, and then don't forget Tuesday. Find a way to give back. A lot of these places that you normally buy from
have a donation.
Yeah. Don't forget to do that.
Or travel. Don't forget to travel too.
I'm not traveling anywhere.
Let's get to our first topic of the night. Ethan from Edgemont.
Our team leader called out for Black Friday and then showed up in line to buy a TV. Should they be allowed to buy it?
Wow, that's bold.
So you have this. Can you give me a little more context that this person works in retail?
Yeah, so I think this is like places like Walmart, Target, Best
Where
Buy.
they
They
have
have
the TVs.
teams that they kind of break their employees into. So you have your manager, but then you have a team leader who sort of manages the smaller group of people. So a team leader from one of these big box stores, it didn't say which store it was, so I'm not sure, was called out for the Black Friday shift.
Right.
And then showed up to the store on Black Friday.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
The deal for this TV. Should they be allowed to buy it?
Well, I mean, yes, they should be. It's not like
They're
it's
a customer
illegal.
at that
Yeah,
point.
they're a customer at that point. That's so sad for you, for the team leader, that like you called out. You have one day off. And you're gonna show up at your place of work, like that's just such a shame.
You should be demoted. You should not be the team leader. That's an awful example.
Yes, this person should not be the team leader
No.
whatsoever. You cannot call out on Black Friday if you work retail. It's just known. Jenna and I, working in the news business, we have our certain days that we are expected to be here no matter what. And if we call out, we are in a huge amount of trouble.
Yeah.
This is so ridiculous to work in retail and to it sounds like they called out sick.
So what I would have done is, I don't even know if you're allowed to do this, so if you're not, then don't do it. But I would have, whatever TV I would have wanted, I would have just taken off the floor and put it in the back and then just purchased it at the end of my shift.
That actually sounds more immoral than calling out sick.
You get there, you show up, whatever, an hour, 2 hours before your shift starts. That's the TV I want at the end of the day. Just pull it right off the floor and work your shift and then pay for the TV and be on your merry way.
You're getting an employee discount then. If you show up...
I don't know that you'd get an employee discount on top of a Black Friday
Well,
deal.
you should. But if you show up Black Friday after you called out as a team leader, you should not get the employee discount because you're not an employee at that moment. All you are is...
I feel like, well, most retail, I worked in retail for years, and you always get the employee discount regardless of whether you're working or not. But that should be something, maybe after this incident, you no longer ever get the employee discount.
Yeah,
like, that's your punishment. That discount's gone.
Yeah, that is so ridiculous. And whoever wrote this in, Ethan, again, anonymous, but Ethan from Edgemont, just wait your time. This person's out soon. This is not a team leader whatsoever. They will be out in a day or two.
I would just be so mad if I saw my team leader walk in on the day that they called out sick.
Loser.
All right, coming up, we have a lot more holiday shopping tips and tricks. We're actually going to talk about what we think is proper etiquette as we head into this holiday shopping season.
Yes, this whole show devoted to holiday shopping, so stay with us.
And welcome back. You are watching the Delco Duo, where we solve all of your problems at home and give you the best advice to get through them.
And keep you anonymous all while doing it because
very important.
This is the holiday season. No one wants to get in.
You're already getting in enough family feuds, I'm sure, over other things. So let's try to keep those to a minimum.
Okay, so holiday shopping. This is another issue that was sent in to us from Taylor from Thornberry. I had a customer ask me to wait in line for them while they kept shopping. So again, this person obviously works in retail.
Retail warriors.
Honestly.
Like these next couple of weeks for these people, you just have to feel for them. I mean, I know we talk about like people leaving out snacks during the holiday season for like the UPS and the FedEx drivers.
I love that.
We need to do something for the people in the stores.
People in the stores, that retail, it's they go through it. And I did work retail, but I was one of those summer retail kids. You know what I mean?
You were very lucky then.
And I've never worked retail
out there.
during the holidays.
I used to work on my breaks from college. So I'd come home for winter break, and the Christmas season, I just remember
Is it nuts?
It is so nuts. And, you know, the managers are stressed out, and you're tired, and the people are tired, and everyone's just in a less than pleasant mood.
I think, everybody forgets when you go shopping, your mindset is so on your family, your loved ones, and you forget that the people that are working there have a family, have friends, that they also are trying to enjoy this holiday.
I could never imagine asking an employee to hold my place in line while I continue to shop.
The only way I could understand is if, things are crazy and they're like, can you just wait in line real quick? I forgot one item. That's not considered continued shopping. But if they are then just wandering the aisles and looking and comparing, yes, that's so absurd.
Well, not even an employee, the person behind you.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I just want to run to this aisle real quick, swap these out. Do you mind? And you can't be close to the front of the line. You have to be like in the way back of, a long line to do that. If you're like the next person up, absolutely not. I'm not holding your spot. No. I'm getting out of here. I've already waited long enough.
But I can see why the employee just was probably caught off guard and so flabbergasted. When someone asks you to do something and you don't truly understand what they just asked you to do, and
like, sure.
All this, you're just like, okay. And then I haven't done that in retail, but I've had it happen to me where I'm like, wait, did you really just ask me to do that? That's probably what happened to this poor employee. They're like, sure, let me help out. And then all of a sudden they realize, oh, no, I can see that person, and they're still just shopping.
The follow-up to this, which was a little bit more information, was that the person did say no, and then the customer got angry that the employee said no.
This is what we're talking. This is some of the stuff that people see during the holiday season, and you think it doesn't happen, but it does, and it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of our holiday shopping etiquette. I believe that you're first.
Okay. I took this in a few different ways, like from the point of the store, from the point of the customers.
Everyone gets a say.
Yes. So know what you want. So you can get in, you can get out.
I never know what I want.
Okay, we'll talk more. Separate line for returns. I cannot stand.
I think, isn't that standard?
No. I'll tell you one store that doesn't. Old Navy. Don't block the aisles. That is just so.
Or leave your cart like in La La Land. Like leave your cart and go do something else. That drives me nuts.
That it do not block, right, with a cart, with your body. I even can't stand when I'm at the grocery store and someone's like in the soup aisle and they're just staring at the soups and I'm like, that's fine, but can you move? Just tilt your body so that I can kind of reach in.
Yeah.
Reach in there.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of those. The only thing is sometimes I really truly don't know what I'm going in to get. Like I like to get a coffee on a Saturday and browse through the store, and this is supposed to be fun, people. You're getting gifts for people.
This is not fun. And if you are just browsing and you're like and you don't know what you exactly want, please stand to the side and don't block the aisle.
Okay, so here's mine. Mentally and physically prepare for long lines. Bring your water, bring your snacks, and wear comfortable shoes, okay? I don't want to hear that your feet hurt. Hold the door open for other people. Oh my goodness. Going in and out of stores, if you do not hold the door open for another person, then you are not a good person. That is humankind 101. Don't argue if your coupon doesn't work. Oh my goodness.
My gosh.
This is like the biggest pet peeve. Macy's and places like Bed Bath & Beyond, places like that, they give you 1,000 coupons during the holiday season. Yep. You have to read the fine print because a lot of the times the customer most of the time is in the wrong when you're battling with the cashier.
And I think they just think that the cashier has the ability to be like, oh, you know what? Your coupon expired 8 months ago, but let me hold it true.
And you're holding up the line.
You're holding up the line, and then the poor person, they just scanned your coupon. Whatever the coupon says is the limitation. They cannot expand the limitation. They can't. They can't work magic out of your crap.
No, it is so annoying. And even like before the holidays, a couple weeks ago, like I think it was early November, maybe I was at what's it called?
Bed Bath & Beyond or Bath & Body Works.
Bath & Body Works.
I get the
Too
two
many
of them.
baths.
I get them so mixed up. And they're big holiday places too.
So I went there to get a candle, and they had a certain section that was like the sale candles, but then they had a section above that which was not on sale, and people kept grabbing the not on sale ones and arguing like, well, you said it was on sale. And I'm like, you got to read the signs.
You got to read the signs. It's kind of on the store, though, to make sure they are indicating. But
all right, we'll get through this together.
Now you're stressing me out. I'm hot. I'm
All
hot
right,
and bothered.
Coming up, we have one of our own issues to bring to the table, and we'll tell you who's having a problem this week on either What's Monica Crying About or Meisner Needs an Advisor. Stay with us.
And welcome back. It is the Delco Duo. We're about to get to one of our own topics. We've been keeping everything holiday themed, holiday shopping themed.
Yes, because we are in the thick of it this weekend especially.
There's a lot going on. But now we're going to change it up just a bit because I didn't have a holiday shopping problem.
Okay.
What's Monica crying about?
Why am I not surprised that you did not stick to the theme at all?
I could have. I could have stuck to the theme and complained about Josephine. We, my 3-year-old, we went shopping for the first time. Really, because usually when I'm shopping with her, it's just real quick items here and there. But more recently, we went to the mall, and it's like so natural for kids to just fall into this. Like, she's such a sweet girl. She just fell into, I want this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is this coming from? I was so surprised by that.
Well, has she ever really just walked the mall?
No, she's never just walked the mall.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was such a shame, because I was like,
Did you get her anything?
I got her a lot of stuff because we were going shopping for clothes, but she wanted more of like the toys, and I'm like,
well, yes, obviously.
wait until Santa, and immediately, I want it now, and I'm like, who's this angel child that this is not what I'm used to. Where's my baby? Anyway, that was really tough because I'm like, this is just the start. This is just the start. So my actual issue is, and I had told you already about this past weekend, I was asked to be an MC of an auction.
I guess this has to do with money and shopping.
Yes, and shopping, because people were shopping. So they asked me to be the auctioneer, right? Like, that's the term.
The actual auctioneer, like the person who's calling out the money and the
people. I'm like, oh, over there, we got this. Oh, can I get this? Can I? And I've never done that really before.
Well,
so.
I don't think that you would do that. That's not something that you just add to the resume. Like, that people make a career out of just being an auctioneer.
I know, and I can totally understand why. There is an art, there is a gift to it.
You do not have that.
And I did not have that because I've never done it before. I'm
Is
a
this your apology to any of the people who were at that auction and that are now watching? You're like, I know that I did a bad job, but I just want you guys to know that I know.
We had such a great night, and it was like a beautiful evening. We raised some good money. But I messed up a few parts because it's not that easy. You're pointing at the people that are raising their paddle, and then you're trying to convince other people to go higher. So now you got to remember the number you just called out, the number that you're going to in different increments, and then on top of that, you're trying to convince people. You can't just say, can I get this? Can I, you're trying to say, come on, it's for a great cause, and it's for the people, and blah, blah, blah. Trying to come up with interesting things to say.
So what was the increments that you were increasing each item
I'm not going to tell you because I
want to know.
It was just $100 each time.
Okay.
So you would think it would be easy, but I think
no, my brain in the math and the pressure of wanting to say the right thing, I think that I would do like $1.
Right. Well, I was fine with doing the increments, and it was just at one point I was like, okay, we got 1,000. We got 1,000 over here. All right, come on, guys, this is a great cause. Can I get 1,000 over here? And people were raising their paddles so confused. They're like, wait, that guy just said 1,000, and now you're saying 1,000 again. I was like, I'm so sorry.
So would you ever do that again?
Yeah, I mean,
do you feel like that was like your intro? Like, do you think being an auctioneer is something in your future?
Oh, yes, that's what I mean. It's an art, and there's like a gift to it, and I definitely had to develop.
Talk really fast?
No, I didn't, and they didn't want me to talk really fast. This wasn't like a livestock auction. This was nice charity, but I. Even going slower maybe is what I would suggest that to myself next time. Well, if anyone ever has me as an auctioneer.
You sold someone something for more money than they actually bid on it.
I can't.
We won't get into details, but she was like, okay, that's going to you for this amount. And they were like, I did not even bid that.
I never said
I don't want to pay that much.
God. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble or if the charity's going to get in trouble.
Honestly, like when you're asking someone who's not an auctioneer to be an auctioneer,
you got to imagine.
You got to play the risk, and that was the risk. So who knows if that person got that item for the price that you said, or maybe they get any price they want because you were overcharging them.
I totally messed it up. I was like, oh, you said 12? I'm saying 14. Great. Okay.
I've gone to many auctions and I've never won anything, I don't think. Like my parents used to win things all the time and I was always so shocked.
Well, you gotta play to win, man. You gotta keep going.
I just like some of these things, it's like some of the money that people throw around at auctions, I'm like, I just can't fathom that.
I think a lot of it, and it's so nice to see, but people are not paying the price that they would normally for something. You know what I mean? So we had like tickets to the Eagles game, and they probably paid more at the auction than they would have normally.
Absolutely.
But it's all because it's for a good cause. And so that's what I was trying to remind people, like, it's all for a good cause. Come on, go up, go up. And then I would forget the price that I had just said, and I would forget who said what and where. And
so if you see a flyer and it says that Monica Cryan is going to be the auctioneer, don't go to the event.
Wait, that's I am now developing skills and gifts for auctioneering.
You should have a Delco Duo auction. Just auction off things.
Don't tell our boss that, because immediately.
This cup going for $1,400.
$1,400.
Can we have $1,500?
Okay, great. You said 12. Good. We're done. This is like how bad I was.
All right, coming up, it is a lot of people's favorite part of the night. We're talking Delco trivia, of course, having to do with malls. So, what mall opened during the 1960s and later became a Delco landmark?
All right, what mall opened during the 1960s and later became a Delco landmark? I think there's a few answers that might be correct. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the year. The year is important.
I was thinking specifically Delco Landmark Mall.
Well, if you're thinking of Granite Run, that opened in 1974.
Oh.
So this one was 1969 to be exact. And it's the McDade Mall. I think a lot of people will remember the McDade Mall. I remember. I used to go there with my mom. We used to drop my grandmom off there, and she would do all of our shopping, and my mom and I would just go to like the little stores.
Yeah.
It was the best
What
time.
was your favorite store there?
They had like a dollar store, like a Dollar Tree, like right when you walked in, I remember. And my mom would just like let me get little knickknacks and stuff when we went. Because at the time, my two older sisters were in school.
Would you look at that, man? That'll throw some people back.
So this actually is a photo from the Facebook group Delco Memories. And this photo had like so many comments of people just writing their memories of the McDade Mall. And it survived for a while. I mean, it closed in more recent years, I would say.
But so did every mall ever, except for basically King of Prussia and Springfield.
Springfield Mall was also in the 70s, so the McDade Mall was way before those. But I thought it was really cool. Remember the Lovely Bones?
Yes.
They shot parts of that in the McDade Mall because they wanted a mall that looked really old because the movie took place like in that time period, and they shot scenes from the Lovely Bones in McDade Mall.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it
really
still looks really old.
Yeah, it does. But growing up, number one, me and my girlfriends walk around the Granite Run Mall. Oh, yeah. You know, just walk around.
That was the downfall of the McDade Mall because when they built the Blue Route 476, people had access to get to the Springfield and the Granite Run malls a lot easier. Oh. So the McDade Mall kind of suffered from that because they were the newer, shinier malls.
I love malls. I love shopping. I love, I think what really kind of took over were shopping centers, where the stores are next to each other, but you still walk outside to get to. And I'm over that. I'm over the elements.
Oh, bring back the malls.
Bring back malls.
If you want to reach us, Delco Duo at phl17.com. We're also on all of the social media channels. So we love hearing from you and we love getting your issues every week.
Yeah. And we're excited now that the holidays are here.
We've got a lot planned.
We've got a lot to talk about, everybody. Lots of issues. So stay with us.
Stay tuned and happy shopping for the next couple of days. Good luck out there.